One of the crazy things about this video that I'm about to show is I've known this for years, and it was crazy because this was like told to me around, I think I was 18 when my stepdad told me. And yeah, let's just get straight into the video and then we'll do the proper intro. So here it is.
And he said to me, "Where are you from?" And I said, "New York." He said, "New York, yes, that's a very interesting place. Do you know a lot of New Yorkers who keep talking about the fact that they want to leave but never do?" And I said, "Oh, yes." And he said, "Why do you think they don't leave?" I gave him different banal theories. He said, "Oh, I don't think it's that way at all." He said, "I think that New York is the new model for the new concentration camp, where the camp has been built by the inmates themselves, and the inmates are the guards, and they have this pride in this thing they've built. They've built their own prison, and so they exist in a state of schizophrenia, where they are both guards and prisoners, and as a result, they no longer have, having been lobotomized, the capacity to leave the prison they've made, or to even see it as a prison." And then he went into his pocket and he took out a seed for a tree, and he said, "This is a pine tree." He put it in my hand and he said, "Escape before it's too late."
Is most likely what most cities are. So you ever hear anybody talk about the concrete jungles and stuff around that? Yeah, that's what they are, concrete jungles. Now, it's crazy, right? One day, I remember, now this is nothing against Grimes, by the way, but I remember my girlfriend telling me about Grimes, the artist, and like, I guess she was Elon Musk's like wife at one point. I don't truly remember, just like girlfriend. But she heard an interview where Grimes said she actually likes the ideas of cities and concrete looks really beautiful and things like that. And I want to tell you on one big thing that I love. One, I love nature. There are fire freaking trees outside my house. My bro doesn't like them. But one thing I want to say is I always think technology, since this is, if we're all in agreement, whatever it may be, a high-tech organic simulated reality, is that nature is here. And I truly believe that nature is meant to be integrated with. So it'd be really cool if concrete structures brought out the beauty in design, like that natural architectural design of nature, that concrete almost like cupped it, where you built concrete with the idea in mind of being more nature preserving. That's just me. The old nature forest druid side of it, because honestly, I don't know. I just really fuck with nature. It is what it is. Nature could decide to wipe us out or keep us here, and it's a powerful force, and I've always just liked it, right? And literally everything we need to heal our bodies is in nature naturally occurring. Nonetheless, this isn't a video against Grimes or anything like that, but I'm telling y'all, my stepdad told me when I was 18 that they literally, he knew from years that they called the projects. Now, I'm a proud New Yorker myself, of the upstate New York, that he told me that they literally called it the projects because it's a project on the human psyche. It is most certainly, man. Literally half of the fights that him and I would get into is because of some of his past trauma. Like, legit. We're all healed now and everything's figured out, but I was such a nerd growing up and geek and just like my games, but I was such a badass when it came to certain shit I had to handle. And that's because of games and anime and everything like that. But the funny thing is just that I remember some of the arguments we would get into, and he would think like I was running the streets of this white suburban area. I love talking about white like that because I'm half Italian. I got white in my family, man. Come on now. But the thing is just, it's so funny thinking to everything he told me, because it was literally like sometimes he was a bot, sometimes he was up. But he was aware of what was going on, and he told me the projects, they literally called it the projects because it's a project. It's like you doing a project at school. You know, you got a project due or whatever, you're testing something certain in this project. or you're building something. So that's why they call it the projects and shovel loads of low-income people into these areas. It's, you know, it's absolutely wild. It's absolutely a game. And so when I hear people like Grimes saying, why I brought up that Grimes thing in the beginning is because anytime I hear stuff like that, that's instantly where my mind shoots to, because it's like, okay, when she was saying it in the video, I think it was a little bit weird from the interview I remember, where she was saying like she likes concrete or the idea of where the future is going. I can't remember what my girlfriend was watching all the way, but yeah, but that was basically it. That I swear I just nearly seen it. I swear I just nearly seen a car accident and it looked like one car no clipped through the other car. If you don't know what no clipping is, it's like in a game where an object just passes through an object. Like you can enable no clip and fly through objects that are supposed to be solid and impassable. And I swear it looked like a car just came off the turn and no clip behind, like through a truck. And then when he was going down the road, the guy in the car like looked through the window and looked at me. That was odd. Simulated reality, I'm telling y'all. You don't be paying attention to be out of the corner of your eye. But in all seriousness, I don't have a problem with where technology is going, man. I hop into VR and play Beat Saber. That shit is fire. One thing though is that motherfuckers barely understand this reality, and they're trying to already launch your ass in a reality they've already had set up for years, augmented reality. They're trying to throw your ass in a deeper sleep with another reality on top of that, with VR, virtual reality. Wow, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's almost like I'm leaving this message for myself to realize, yo, don't get caught. But it's crazy. You're in one sleep already. People are just now waking up to shit and they're just like, oh my God, this shit is nuts. Other people are like, I knew it was it's obvious it would be this, or of course it would be something like this, because it's almost funny when you realize it. But then right on top of that, they're already trying to put your ass in the next one. And I just think that sometimes I think like people like Grimes, I don't necessarily think that they're sometimes an agent of this agenda, but that kind of begged me to think. And I have so much respect for her artistic, like literally, I just think that she's being herself authentically, and that people find her weird. My stepdad literally thought she was a devil worshiper. Like, maybe she is. I just respect that she's being authentically herself, but then I got really weirded out. Something didn't sit right in my heart, not because of my beliefs, but something didn't sit right when she said she loved the idea of concrete jungles and like being inside or augmented reality, because it felt different from someone actually saying that. Because when you're in a position of large influence of people, or you have a fan base, things you say can really sway them. And hence, and a lot of artists are in these deals and sign contracts where they can't speak. That's why you see like one or two come up speaking the truth, and then one or two go missing. So this is why I don't pay attention to celebrities and any of this stuff. I've been saying it for years. I can't watch other people. I gotta be my own celebrity. So, but yeah, man, it's insane. When you watch that video, I'm just telling y'all, this is it. This has been it. It's a project on the mind, man. They keep y'all trapped in a loop and not even knowing that the simple change in your mindset can get you out of there. It's literally simple. I said that I knew. Okay, so listen to this. This is how powerful my imagination is. And I'm only saying this story to literally get y'all to understand your own power. It's not me talking about myself. I wouldn't even be uploading this. I would just talk to myself in the mirror if that was the case. But y'all need to get this. Listen to how powerful my imagination is. If I am a god, and I knew what I did not want to experience, and I kept reliving lives, Groundhog Day type shit, which, funny enough, these are like the points of the Groundhog type movies and stuff that come out, is that you got to break the pattern, break the cycle, or do something to break it. If I was in these projects, bro, and I didn't like this, I could not become my environment. But again, I've heard so many times people tell me, well, that means you're the outlier. No, I think it's very simple to like get. I would run away. I said this with my imagination. I said my soul would run away. There's no way you could keep me here. I would run and try to be adopted by a white family. I gotta throw some entertainment in there. But the shit is so true. I would run away from the city. I would fucking sneak on trains, go to the fucking place where I don't even care if they hate black people. They have to be the whitest. And it's not selling your soul. I'm just saying, like, you have the power to create any reality. I would be trying to figure a way out. Or really, if I had power in the hood, in the projects, in the street, I would try to change that motherfucker. But also, another thing is, I think it's also a project on the people that are not in the projects. I feel like the projects are sometimes not even as worse as people say. Like in some of them, like how they say, oh, the fathers leave the kids, in this fucking joke that we say black fathers aren't there for their kids, which I've seen proved many times wrong, and that these fathers are actually showing up to their kids, but it's what they promote in the media and try to push, is that these kids are following this, but the fathers be there and at school picking up their kids in the hood. So it's like this whole backwards agenda. It's like back and forth, trying to keep every section of your mind controlled, and so intricate but so simple because they know how your mind works. So intricate yet so simple because at the higher forms you need no effort to create anything. So I think it would just be effortless. I just always said that. Like if I was in a situation like that, why not just run away? Excuse. Oh, because you're in the light. Oh, excuse. Oh, because you got families to take care of them. Bro, come back for them. What? I'd be out of there. But nonetheless, if we got to look out for our people, then I would find a way to unite in that community. But that is a very difficult thing to do because as you come to learn, a lot of people don't like listening. As you come to learn also, you can't tell people shit. I've tried. I damn near wanted to fucking kill myself with the level of pain it takes to literally try to get someone to understand or teach them something that could so benefit their life. That's why you just got to lead by example, which I've learned is the much better route. My bike is right here, by the way. But I absolutely think that y'all need to not just be ignorant. Like the thing is to know this information is good. If you want to speak up about it, you don't like have to unless you like. I'm saying if you want. So if you want to speak up about it. But it is good for people to know this information, to know that reality is not what you thought it was, and to break out of it and live your best life. So it's good to know these things, and that's why I like to talk about them. So don't ever think like I'm out here trying to look to break open the project, because the people watching my channel and have shadow banned certain videos know that I'm not trying to do that. They are just as powerful as you and I, and they could make me disappear if they want. And that's why I create the videos I create and not care and don't have fear, because regardless, they know, like you know what happens when you become a threat or you're definitely targeted. It is what it is. I've been followed in black cars before. I know what it is. Anyways, much love and moonlight. See you on the next one. Peace.